We always start the new year with the same mindset. What do I need to add to my life to become better? Let me start with an unpopular opinion about New Year's resolutions. Most of us don't need to add anything to our lives. We need to subtract. We need to unbecome. We spend every January chasing new habits, new goals, new versions of ourselves, like becoming is some kind of construction project. But what if the real secret to becoming who you're meant to be has nothing to do with adding more and everything to do with releasing what no longer fits? Hello, lovelies, and welcome back to Evolve with Alana. And for those of you who are new, hi, I'm Alana. I'm so happy to see you here because I already know a little bit about you. You are already on your way to your ideal life. But I also know that there has been some confusion, that some terms or ideas that you have on this journey is not quite melding with your normal life. And that's what this channel is all about. If that sounds good for you, click on the little subscribe button down below. Now, without any further ado, let's get back into the video. Today, we're talking about something powerful, something that can completely change how we approach this year. The transformation that comes from unbecoming and the role empathy plays in that process. Every New Year's, we get bombarded with the same message: be more, do more, achieve more, fix more. It makes us think growth only counts if it looks like addition. New habits, new schedules, new pressures, new expectations. But what if we have it backwards? What if the version of you're trying so hard to build is actually buried under layers of who you were thought to be? Unbecoming is the idea that becoming your true self isn't about stacking new things on top. It's about peeling back the things you were never meant to carry. And here's where empathy comes in, and not the kind that you offer to others. I'm talking about self-empathy. Because let's be real, you can't unbecome what you still judging yourself for. And you can't release patterns that you're still shaming yourself for having. Self-empathy lets you look at your behaviors and coping mechanisms and even your flaws and say, I get why I became this way. I understand why I held on to that. This made sense once, even if it doesn't anymore. Empathy turns unbecoming from a painful ripping off process into a gentle unlearning. It becomes less about fixing yourself and more about understanding yourself. Think about it. We've all collected things over the years: old beliefs, outdated roles, expectations that aren't ours, identities we've had to adopt to survive. And every January, we try to become a new person without understanding the person we've already been. But unbecoming asks a different question. What can I release instead of what should I add? When you let go of people pleasing, perfectionism, overachieving, and constant self-criticism, you create a space for who you actually are. Empathy makes that safe. It makes that possible. And here's the truth. Unbecoming isn't regression. It isn't giving up. It isn't losing parts of yourself. It's a homecoming. It's peeling back everything that never belonged to you in the first place. And empathy is the light that guides you back. Every time you choose to understand yourself instead of criticizing yourself, you loosen the grip of an old identity. Every time you meet yourself with compassion instead of judgment, you shed a layer that's been weighing you down. And with each release, you return to a version of you that existed before comparison, pressure, fear, or expectation got way too loud. So maybe the real New Year's resolution isn't, I'm going to become a better person. Maybe it's, I'm going to stop carrying what isn't mine anymore. I'm going to listen to myself with empathy. I'm going to unbecome everything that blocks who I already am. Because becoming isn't always about creation. Sometimes it's about remembering. Sometimes the most powerful transformation happens when we stop trying to build a new self and instead clear the space to return to our true one. If this resonates with you, even a little, this might be the year you stop overloading your life with goals and start unlearning what's holding you back. If you're ready to make this year of unbecoming, hit that like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, what's the one thing you're ready to release this year? And remember, you don't have to become more to be more. Sometimes you just have to come home to yourself. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.